Yeah! Good morning, how are you? Das gut, ja? All right, just need to bring up the chat. All right, I think I'm good. All right, now I got to find the music. There it is. Nice. All right, good morning. Welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of more than 21,000 foreign exchange traders. We gather here today to conduct technical and fundamental analysis with the overriding goal of planning our trades in advance. Because trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone, your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Guten Morgen, my name is Wayne Pachow. And I'll be your guide on this thing we call Forex. What are we going to do today, huh? Well, we should probably plan our week. We can look at technicals, we can look at fundamentals, so much to do. But ultimately, you are the boss. I am a humble servant. So let me know how it can help, and I will do my best to serve. Ooh, I'm supposed to have my glasses on. I have orange glasses. How about these ones? Bought a whole bunch of these gamer glasses because I stare at the bright lights all day. It's not terrible, is it? So anyways, so let me know how I can help, and I will do my best to serve. Technical analysis, fundamental analysis, it's all good. It's all good. So let's just get on with it, huh? A few things. We have a FOMC meeting this week. Would you like to do it live over at TRADARS? So right here, live Federal Reserve Bank FOMC interest rate decision. Cool, you want to do that? It says, I think I can shorten this URL and get the same. Yeah. Oh, well, I didn't mean to do that, but while we're doing it, why don't I start it over with sound? Didn't mean to do it, but let's do it. It's cool, right? Watch. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, anyways. You got to be careful, a kid with new toys, right? Anyways, what I meant to do is show you that. All right, so let me, if you want to register, bada bing, bada boom. You need to get your notification and all that kind of stuff. So turn your notification on to be notified when I go. That's Wednesday. All right, cool. And you know what? Let's try all the different YouTube channels. Let's do /@ traders way. Should work. Yeah, cool. Look, this is me 9 years ago. Cool, right? Let's do the Traders Way B-roll. Damn, boy. Yeah, I had that one made. That was funny. So that, oops. Oh, God, dang it. You're kidding me. YouTube.com/@TradersWay. Anyways, look, Traders Way is an ECN, just so you know. What that means is they don't trade against you. It's simple as that. They pray every day that you're a successful trader because that means you'll keep trading with them. A typical broker trades every day that you'll blow up your account and leave your money with them. So which one is the partner you want to work with, right? Check this out, huh? Forex trading session planning for the next. Oh, yeah, I remember using Click Meeting. Dude, this is 9 years ago. So we went from the daily S1 to the daily R1. Huh. Might be a good opportunity to take some profit. Cool, right? Look. If you think the answer is no, then the question is, where will you buy it? Cool. Depreciating currency into a hard asset. See, you notice that nothing's changed. You want to see something even, well, let's say just as amazing? youtube.com/@FXBootcamp. Okay. Now there's a free training course. I'm assuming everybody watched this. 15 years ago. But this is good. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3.4. These are good videos. But I think if you go to videos and you can organize them by oldest, look at that. 17 years ago, I was uploading videos to YouTube. Isn't that crazy? Pick one, anyone. What has changed in 17 years ago? Let's do October 4th. Oh, yeah.
Hello, welcome to FX Bootcamp. Today is Wednesday, October 4th,
wow,
2006.
My voice
this
is different.
Daily video technical briefing. On the left, you're looking at the British Pound USD 15-minute chart. Get to the 2618. It's showing signs of pressure. The CAD news was really oil inventories. Okay, there's an 80% correlation between the price of oil and the Canadian dollar. It's Canada sells more oil. Now keep in mind this is a little bit risky because of the new. All those hours have gone by.
Anyways, notice, like nothing's changed. The charts are all the same and stuff. Isn't it weird? Yeah. It kind of makes you think like if you have some YouTuber or some trading guru that is trying to sell you a new trading technique, you should pass. Anyways, neato, huh? All right, so technical and fundamental analysis. Right now, the fundamental stuff is over here at QuantBox. Okay, so there's everything's all over the place. We'll just say soon. Soon, everything is going to be over at TRADARS, including Investor Bootcamp, which is coaching and training videos, live coaching. That will be at TRADARS. QuantBox will be at TRADARS. Okay? Everything is going to be in one place. And everything will be at TRADARS. So in the future, tradars.co, okay, all you'll need is TRADARS and a lovely broker like Trader's Way. TRADARS with Trader's Way, right? TRADARS with Trader's Way. Makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. And so that's what's happening, right? You'll have technical and fundamental analysis, training and coaching and community, all in one spot. and you have a broker that has a symbiotic relationship with you. Think of that. Like now you have like a Bloomberg terminal for retail Forex traders. Caitlin, have you looked? Hang on. Have you looked at the Commitment of Traders report? Remember, you don't want to ask my opinion. I'm just another babbling idiot on YouTube. So it's more like, do you have access to the facts? Yes. Right? That's all you need is access to the facts. So if you look at positioning and you look at, okay, and then you do a flow. So let's adjust the flow. Okay. 8%, okay, change in yen strength. There are some more bulls and significantly less bears. So, will this continue? Well, I don't know that. I don't know what other people are going to do in the future. But we know what has happened. Okay, 14% less bulls. I should say bears. 14% less bears and 36% more bulls for a total change of contracts long, contracts short to 8% bullish, which means yen pairs down. Will that continue in the future? I don't know the future. But we do have these facts. Now, you can also look at technicals and see things like, I think it was Aussie yen hit the monthly S3 and went up. Does that make sense? Yeah, it totally makes sense. Will they continue to sell in the future? That I don't know, but I covered that on Sunday at Investor Boot Camp in our day trading group. I covered that. And we already have a plan A and a plan B. Both are short, but do we know are they going to work? No. Okay. I highly encourage everyone, if not now, at least when TRADARS opens, and I want you to join our community. We're rebuilding our community. I've already moved over all the training videos, and of course we're going to add new ones. And then I recommend that you not just have the training videos and access the community. You should join one or both of our live groups. Okay? I really do. Gives us a great opportunity to do deep dives. So yeah, cool. So anyways. So that's where you get that kind of information. And just for you all, that's just institutional positioning. But we can also have access to retail positioning. Okay, so if I zoom in, I need to edit this. Okay, if we zoom in, okay, everything up here, okay, are things retail traders are heavily long, and everything down here are things that retail traders are heavily short. They're typically considered dumb money, and so everything down here you should consider buying. Go to your charts, look for opportunities, and everything up here you should consider selling, but go to your charts and look for setups. Just straight up, flat out, these guys are wrong. In particular, if they're battling something different from institutions. Okay? So you see how pound is heavily bullish right now? And, okay, retail is shorting pound versus Kiwi, shorting pound versus CAD, shorting pound versus Aussie, shorting pound versus dollar, shorting pound versus yen. And institutional investors see that as just straight up wrong. Cool. So these kids are trading against the adults. Who do you think is going to be right? One of them has, $1,000 in the account, and the other one has $1 billion in the account. Well, who knows? But you want to look at that for opportunities. It's just good to know this stuff, isn't it? Oh my God, it's great to know this stuff. Yeah, well, easy peasy. Cool, right? I know. I don't mind showing you the dashboard, but if you want to see risk gauges and stuff, you're going to need to pay. Oh, look at that. I guessed this. Earlier today it was 4.20, and I'm like, a little birdie told me it's going to go to 4.16. Got it. Cool. So that's working. That's very cool. And that means I think I made some money since I last logged into my other accounts. Yeah. Cool. Oh, I think I can show you this. Is there anything? No, there's nothing too sensitive here. Here's the Council of Investment Advisors. Remember, in November we started with 50 grand. I made almost $600 today. 7.25, but I'm earning 12% income. Crazy. Yeah. Gut, das gut. All right. Yeah, so anyways, there's all the fundamentals. You guys want to take a look at like gold? A lot of people want to talk gold. Here's the new layout for gold. Hey, Wayne, what do you think about gold? I don't think about gold at all. I'm neutral. What do you guys think? I got to remove the logo. Thank you, McKenna. You have very good taste, by the way. I like your style, man. All right, check it out, right? Neato, huh? Very, very, very flat. Gold moves so little historically that it's hard to even fit it. Yeah. I think I can change it. I think it's a decimal thing. I think I can fix that. Look at this. We look at GDP. See, it's updated since last week. CPI, unemployment, right? So we have this coming up on Friday. The 2-year yield versus the 8-day average of the 2-year yield. Now you're like, Wayne, wasn't this 4.16? No. That's the yield on the 10-year. This is the yield on the 2-year. So now we know we have an inversion, but only of 0.2. So you know the spread is narrowing. Oh, McKenna says, hey, Wayne, I already have TRADARS, which is great. How much is this stuff? Well, right now it's $79 a month. Okay? But if you combine everything, basically Investor Bootcamp, QuantBox, and TRADARS together, it'll be significantly cheaper. And then if you prepay for the entire year as an annual member, it's very significantly cheaper. Nobody here will pay more. Okay? You'll either pay the same and have access to exactly the same, or I'll make you a deal where it'll actually end up being cheaper. So I'm moving over, doing all these expenses, doing all these upgrades, and then I'm going to reduce the income. I don't know. Yeah, I know. All right, so anywho, so that's kind of how the world looks now, huh? And so we have pages like this now for all these different things, but I'll show you, like, when it comes to, like, Forex pairs. This is a little different now. So you go in here. It's a slightly different layout. You notice that? It's just slightly different because gold is just gold. Now we have to analyze euro and dollar separately and then do comparative analysis. Okay? And create our scorecard. A couple of big things that have changed. We've added the delta, which means overnight the score dropped by -2. And that's because the technical trend is very bearish. It's gone more bearish. It went from flat to like straight up bearish. And that's different. That's new. Okay, and you can even see the linear projection is definitely pointing down. But this occurred since Friday in response to what happened on Friday. So anyway, we went from maybe slightly bullish to now straight up neutral. And so now you can see the change. But here's what else is different. Now, instead of having 30 different pages to scroll through, now there's one page and you can just, change the currency pair and it updates. Now, the other thing is, you see the cheat here? You can see the score without actually pulling it up. Pound CAD is a 13. Retail traders are heavily short this. It's a 13. Okay? Pound Kiwi is a 9. We already looked. Retail is heavily short this, like a bunch of knuckleheads. Heavily short? What are you talking about? So now if I click out of this, we have that information here. Okay? Retail is 90% short this, and it's going up. What a bunch of knuckleheads. So are you taking advantage of them? They're liquidity events. They're selling an uptrend. Dude, that's how you pay your mortgage. That's how you put your kids through college. That's how you put gas in the Lambo. You should know this. Okay? Institutional traders are 80% long the pound. Yeah. So anyways, good to know, right? So look, the cheat here, the little hack, is you have all the scores and they're organized by strongest to weakest. Shut the back door. Not organized by alphabetical order, organized by score. Shut the back door. Yeah. Back that truck up. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah. You're like, wait, is there anything good for CAD right now? No, sorry. Whoa. Institutional investors, 88.5% short, but retail's still buying it. They're doing the old narrative from 3 or 4 weeks ago of old Bank of Japan policy. They're just straight up trading against institutions, and they're not winning. Look at the trend. And then you can further zoom in, by the way, and say, well, I can't quite see on that CAD yen. So then you can pull it up here. And retail is buying? At what point should they have stopped buying? Right here. So linear projections show as low as 106. But most likely, I can't quite see it. What is that? 108? Yeah. Neat, right? Oh, Eskimo. Where are you looking at? On the gold page? I think I would. I don't think you were talking about COT. Let's see. Maybe flipped. Yeah, it's flipped, isn't it? 83 short. Gold 83 long. It's flipped. All right. Yeah. See, the thing is, the developers, they don't know anything about they don't know anything about trading. So they do the development work and they don't understand the difference, right? They just programmed it, but they just got the columns reversed. Right, backwards math. Thank you for taking a look. And if you see things like that, remember, all of these are upgrades. We've been upgrading and upgrading like 3 months straight. Okay, working really hard on all these upgrades. So if you spot something out there, it's usually a very small thing, like they just got the columns flipped, you know. And so what I'll do is let them know. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. Yeah. So anyways, we can move over. Do you guys want to do technical analysis now? By the way, in QuantBox, like there's so much here. And oh, I forgot. I think I told some of you, I am working on an upgrade to seasonality that will blow you away. Okay, I will show you one day, probably around when I do the full integrated launch, an additional page is going to be added to this that will knock your socks off. You're going to go, holy beep. Yeah. 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 So if you like seasonality, oh my God. And seasonality on a lot more stuff too. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You're like, Wayne, what's the seasonality of copper? Oh, yeah. So anyways, let's do some technical analysis. Okay, you like gold, huh? Okay. What are these trends? Look at oil. Look at the first three. Silver on a 15 and oil on a 1530. Okay? Okay. Up, down, or sideways? How would you interpret the trend? Okay. So TRADARS says a couple of things. It has this, an up arrow, right, or up triangle, but gray, not green, and then an arrow pointing up. Possible bullish price movement, possible bullish price movement, possible bullish price movement. So you got possible bullish price movement, a gray triangle, and an arrow that points up. Does this mean buy? What it's telling you is the pattern. This is not a signal service, okay? Okay, if you need me to make decisions for you, give me $1 million. In fact, somebody offered me $1 million on Friday, and I said no. Okay, this doesn't say, it's not a trade recommendation. It's pattern recognition. So what's the pattern of a sideways chart? So there's going to be possible bullish price movement, followed by possible bearish price movement, followed by possible bullish price movement, followed by possible bearish movement. It's just the pattern. So I'm not really interested. Okay, the pattern is sideways. Pattern is sideways. Pattern is sideways. Cool. Good to know. Okay. Grumpy Cat says, need a breakout. Well, even breakout followed by a pullback. Okay. Okay. How about a down channel with possible bullish price movement? Is that a buy? On gold. Yeah, no good. No good. Besides, you need to think about why I'm integrating QuantBox into TRADARS. Does anybody know why I would take a fundamental software platform and integrate it with a technical software platform? These are research platforms that are doing two different things with two different maths, with two different, completely different stuff. Why would I combine fundamentals with technicals? So you should remember this is a -1 neutral. Not bullish, not bearish. So even if it was bullish, it's probably too early. But here's the thing. The next leg is probably up, possible bullish price movement, but the trend is down. So the trend is down, the price action is up, and fundamentally we're neutral. There's nothing about this that looks good. So people often log into these events, right, YouTube live streams, and say things like, Wayne, what do you think about gold? I'm like, dude, you're not on the right clue train. You're not on a clue train at all. You have no idea what is happening fundamentally or technically. You see? Yeah, well said, Grumpy Cat. So if, and I get that question a lot. You watch. People are going to ask me a lot, especially on special events like the one on Wednesday. By the way, are you guys going to attend on Wednesday? Did you click the notification button? It's the first live stream at TRADARS YouTube channel. The very, very first one. Yeah. So anyways, you should be able to filter through all these things and find quality. Do you see quality? It's not great. Okay, not great. Now, I want to show you something. I had some fun over the weekend. Yeah, I actually work on weekends. That's how the Wayne do. If I go to the YouTube channel now for QuantBox, I think I have to do this. All right. Last week, Waller, a member of the FOMC, gave a speech. And instead of watching the speech or reading the speech, I've been creating an algorithm, an AI bot, if you will, whatever the right terminology is, to analyze Fed speeches. And we've been working on this for a while. And so I had the AI, which is through ChatGPT 4, where we integrate directly in the ChatGPT 4 API. And I had it analyze and write a summary in a very specific format of the Waller speech. So I got the summary, and I was satisfied with the summary. And then I used totally different AI through a whole different platform to create a video of the Fed speech summary. Not the Fed speech, but the ChatGPT 4.0, based on my prompt, the analysis of the speech, and then the other AI made a summary of the summary and then made a video. You get it? The AI did the AI, then another AI did the AI on the AI, and then produced a video. You're like, this is what I do on my weekends. Yeah. And I think I put it here, or was it QuantBox? Yeah, there's no shorts. Not QuantBox. It might have been on the TRADARS. Shorts. Yeah. So 14 people have seen it. Do you guys want to see it? It's like 53 seconds long. Look at, it's great, because now you're like, what do you think about Waller? Is the Fed turning dovish? All right, so let me get copy link address. Okay, and I oversaw it, but I didn't do anything. It's real, it's factual, I've proofed it, but the text, the summary was written by AI, scored by AI, and then the video transcript was rewritten by AI, and then the AI made the video. Oh, it's weird, isn't it? Yeah, it's weird, but it's accurate. So if you want to see it, I check it out, dude. It's good. Okay, and then don't forget to you know that sonar sound I found when I gave it to the developer. I'm like, use this sonar sound, and we have to have all the little trade plans. And anyway, it's pretty cool. But make sure you get notified. And subscribe while you're at it, dude. Join. Let's go. This is going to be good. We're going to do some killer stuff. All right. Let's get back to it. All right. So, look. Not a lot of amazing things going on right now. Okay. Brent crude, U.S. crude, known as my WTI. You know, not bullish. But these are not amazing bearish opportunities either, right? On the higher time frames, like maybe, okay? But these are weak. Like when I see the wedges getting, if you want to call it a wedge, yeah, falling wedge. It's becoming less and less and less bearish is what it says. It's not bullish by any means, but it's becoming less and less and less bearish. But I could sell these high. So 3 days ago, it said sell it at 77, 77 and a half. And target 75. So like pick up $2 on oil. But if you look at the projection, it could go below 74, maybe all the way down to 70. You know, $2 on WTI is like 200 pips on euro dollar. Like it's a 200 pip thing. You know, and then of course what you do is you just go to WTI, right? So you go to commodities here, and you're like, okay, does that make any sense to me? Like all it's doing is giving you a heads up. So where were you 3 days ago? This actually popped up on TRADARS 3 days ago. Okay. So you go to your my WTI and you're like, are you into it? What do you stink? Okay. And then you go, okay, go back. Okay. 60, 120, 240. It's a 4-hour chart, y'all. All right. And what do you stink about that? We have a consolidation at the bottom. Okay. And in my humble opinion, it looks less and less bearish. This looks like a consolidation. When you see my price action pivot points, it's very much sideways. So just because it comes out here doesn't mean it's an opportunity. But you know what it is showing you? Going back to the July 5th, this is much more down than up. And if it continues down, we're looking at 74 or even lower. Well, we're at 78. Yeah. So what are you going to do? And that's the bigger question, right? So, and here's the 4-hour. That's the, I believe that's a 55. It is. Make it the 21. Or why don't I just change the colors? So we change it from fire brick to blue. And then you add one if you prefer this setup. Not a problem. Okay. Moving average. And we'll throw down the 21, which is there. What happened to it? Did I, what? Insert indicators, trend, moving average. Did I hit reset or something? Yeah, I must have. What? Huh. Oh, that changed to the 21 too. No, that was supposed to stay at 55. So where's my 21? How weird. Indicators. Yeah, there's only one moving average. 55. Ah, strange. What's going on? Nothing's right, I'm torn. Well, I don't want to go that way anymore. Is there another way to do? I think there's another way to do moving averages, isn't there? Indicators. Is that the only one? Really? Well, let's try it one more time. Moving average. 21. Exponential close. Bright red. Whew. All right. So, zoomy, zoom, zoom, and a boom, boom. Are you kicking it off to 21, taking it down today? Okay. And of course, the next thing is, will we make the lower low? I don't know. It's for you to decide. Okay. So, do you like it? Do you like it fundamentally? Well, once again, QuantBox can help you with things like economic data. QuantBox will help you with seasonality. QuantBox will help you with institutional positioning. A lot more than just up or down. What do the moving averages say? Okay. The stock market was expected to go up today, but what I did last night, hint, 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 with the day trading group, is point out this resistance. And I said, I understand the bullish narrative. I'm just not going to buy it. Okay. There's a play in American football where everybody lines up on the line of scrimmage, defense on the left. Okay, defense. Offense on right, offense over here, and what the quarterback does is pretend to kind of fumble the ball a little bit, and then run way the wrong way, and then all the defense comes in this way, and they try to go get him. Meanwhile, what happens? An offensive guy's like, "I'm right here," and the quarterback draws all the defense and then goes whoop, and now there's no defenseman to stop him, and he goes this way, right? Gets suckered in. So just because it's been green all night doesn't mean I have to buy it. I buy dips. I don't buy at resistance. It's that simple. If it's so bullish, I can catch it tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Forget about it. Okay? Confucius once said, don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Take a look at our yen-yens. See how they're moving at the open here? Just more sideways on the kitty cat. Oh, wait, it wasn't Confucius. It was TLC's Left Eye Lopez. Yeah, same. So our plan A here was last night, was let it come up and kick it off the daily 5. That seems to be working all right. You can get a better look. Okay. Okay, you can see plan A, just kick it off the 4-hour 21. Same as the daily 5. That's why I use these setups. You're like, but Wayne, wouldn't it be 20 and not 21? Yeah, well, I used 20 in the beginning, but then I found out 21 was a fib number, so, anyways. To each his own. I've never said that my setups are magic. You can use any sort of combination of short-term moving averages and medium-term moving averages. But this is bearish, and we got a little bit of a support here. But plan A is kick it off to 21 and bring it down. But the other one is if that fails, it's going to go up to 103, 103 and a half, and then revert to the mean, to the downside. Cool. It's all been planned out yesterday. Think about that. It's all been done yesterday. You should never show up to New York and not already have a trade plan. That's when you know you're amateur. Okay? Okay, so anyway, still there. We have fundamentals later in the week and regarding the yen, so we could get some volatility. There's also some key pivots that have been hit. I'll skip over to the pig here. I have 2 trades on this. One is short at 199, so that's 100 pips profit. And the other one I'm short at 203, so that's 500 pips profit for, what was it? This one was 2 or 1? 5, 6. So anyways. Yeah. Sounds like a lot, huh? Yeah, 497 pips. So we'll call that 5. And what's this one? Yeah, almost exactly 100. Cool. It was up 200 earlier today. I know you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I know you're moving too fast. All right. Yeah, look at these pivot points, bro. M3 into the target. Look at that. Bro, dude. So let me give you a taste. Okay, that's an important price in the future. And this is an important price now. And if you're a bear, one of those are likely to work. If you're a bull, we can't buy it at resistance. If you're a bull, you should have gambled here. Okay, that's monthly. Okay, monthly S2. That's okay. But it's not a good time for counter trending, but it's a good price for counter trending. The second thing, if you were a bull and you were going to gamble, this would have been the right price because that's the August monthly M2. And we know that's the pattern. So when you thread it to here, okay, bears buy here, bulls buy here. Did you know that? Bears buy, bulls buy. Now, this is a concept that loses a lot of newer traders. Now, when you look at the Commitment of Traders report, it shows bullish buying and bullish selling, bearish buying and bearish selling. So bears do buy. Because it'll show like COT, let's label it, COT will show negative 55,000 bearish contracts. So how'd they exit those bearish contracts? They bought them back. Bears bought right here. Remember, though, they either sold here or they sold here. If they're wise traders, those are the only two scenarios that I see. And then, so they sold, and then they bought it back. So that's where bears buy, and this is where bulls buy. But again, it's not a good buy. But they could. It's not a good buy, but not all traders are good. It's just a buy. That's a buying price. You need to know that. So you could, in theory, right? Your strategy this month is to thread this narrative in that we're going to make a higher high. Because this this pink line predicts right there, 163. So 1,000 pips. You buy it at 153 and you target 163. It's just what the chart says if you're a bull. Now, if I were me, I would prefer a little more love, little more action down here before I started this idea. And I would do research like, is that normal this time of year? No, probably not, but QuantBox will show you that. Is the Bank of Japan going to keep interest rates the same, or are they going to raise? Well, actually, QuantBox tells you that because we tap into the Bank of Japan and we have that data and it's charted. And it's charted 18 months into the future, as well as providing their targets for inflation and their targets for interest rates in bar graphs, in bar charts, and then there's time and percent graphs. Well, hell's bells. So we have all that data. Everybody else just guesses. Good to know. Yeah, it is good to know. Okay? With QuantBox, you're going to be taller, skinnier, and good-looking people are going to laugh at all your jokes. So here's how we do. Okay, we did this last night, and this is our plan A short. Plan B was like if it goes up here, right? Thank you, Emerald. Yeah, I spent a lot of time looking at screens, so I thought maybe I should. Yeah. So I bought 3 different ones. Yeah, 3 different colors, but they're all the same. So there's our plan A. Yeah. Now, the interesting thing is that is risk off. And the market was trying to be risk on today. But I had serious concerns about the S&P 500 and NASDAQ. I had serious concerns about dollar because last night, and I'll emphasize for the third time, last night in the day trading group when we showed up, instead of getting drunk at the bar or instead of watching the Olympics, people decided to miss the Serbian synchronized swimming team and instead do their job as a trader. And we got to our charts and we looked at things like commodities and stuff. And there's lots of things that were pointing to risk off. And we've been risk off for a while. And we're like, when I look at this euro dollar 4-hour chart and we're below the moving averages, that doesn't look risk on. It looks risk off. And then oil doesn't look bullish. But, and the other thing I was researching last night was the Venezuelan elections. Hey, Meta? And you're like, yep. The dictator won. Outside observers believe the opposition to the opposition to the dictator won like 70% of the vote, but lost. That's as fair and balanced as Fox News. You're like, whoa, what? Oh yeah, he won. Yeah, nobody believes it, of course. The other thing that we talked about is, on the longer term, we know this is sideways. Yeah, we know it's sideways. So anyways, down she comes. Yeah, Meta, it's going to be a long time before we get that country fixed, and the people need help. Yeah. A favor doesn't you people, which is funny. You got to be careful. That's insulting in the English language, at least in this culture. All right, you people. All right, let's deal with this. Everybody was long. Let's try to look at this. Okay, everybody was long. Let's go down, okay? Everybody was long, and then lots of different things have happened. So, right? So when you say you don't know why people are shorting these pairs, I'm assuming then you're long. Okay. That made a lot of sense back here, okay? And, yeah, everybody was long. A couple of things changed along the way. Okay, a few things changed along the way. One, Bank of Japan raised interest rates. From negative to 0, and then from 0 to 0.1. Okay, that's one thing that changed. Two, the next thing that changed was, and that just slipped my mind because I was thinking of the third one. I'll just say seasonality, I think is was. Seasonality. Okay? This usually falls. And then 3, okay? Second half, half 2, rebalancing. So before you go away for vacation after working hard for your hedge fund for 6 months, you have reporting to do. Yeah, you have filings that get done every quarter, but you also do sort of first half, second half type stuff in which you may every 6 months send out letters to your clients about your performance and all that kind of stuff. But there's also rebalancing that occurs depending on your hedge fund structure. But like if you're running a stock, long short stock portfolio, very often you say things in your disclosure document that you can't own more than 5% of one particular stock. It's just too risky. But over the course of time, NVIDIA jumped. I don't even know the whole signal. NVIDIA probably. NVIDIA jumped and now you're up 9%. So you're required to sell to get back down to 5%. You're required. And if you don't do it, you get sued by your clients if you lose money. So you might as well just say you're required by law to sell, even though you own it and you're making money. There's some sort of similar situations, directly or indirectly, with a Forex fund or something, right? Where you enter the second half, and very often what you do is you take profit on some of your biggest positions to take risk off, and you also get to put into your letters to your clients that you made big money. Ching, ching. And the percentage was way up. And you get to say, we just killed it on these yens. But you go to cash. Okay? And all I'm saying is this is also quite normal. I can show you the 20-year average, for example. I can show you the 5-year average. And it's not unusual. And I'm not necessarily talking about Aussie yen specifically, but yen specifically. And so when you add all that up, some seasonality, some profit taking, change in policy at the Bank of Japan favor, it's not unusual. And then lastly, what happened was this is when I stopped buying right there. And again, we did this in the day trading group and the swing trading group. When it first came down, I was totally into buying it. And I think I did buy it here, and then it just went straight down. And they're like, nope, 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 nope. When this broke, that's it. Ish kaputya. Okay? Because that's normal seasonally. And this is right on time seasonally. Like just ridiculously accurate. Okay? July 1st, Canada Day. July 4th, America Day. Okay? And this, traders returning from those holidays, right? They return. So the Monday, I'm assuming, or the Friday, pachow. Okay? It's not unexpected. It's quite normal. Okay, favor? And all these stops are in here, and the reason it's falling so fast is it's hitting more stops. So everybody getting stopped out here just doesn't get it. They're just not on the clue train. They're getting pushed out. They're not thinking about it. They don't have a strategy. These are just stops. You see, the acceleration is crazy, right? And they're being forced out. Okay. And now we do have some price movement to the upside. And as I mentioned, do you see this price? I've always taught something, okay? But I described it pretty good last night, and I might have to start doing it, okay? You should, okay, you should probably, you could get out. You probably should get out. You must get out. You could, you probably, and you must. Could exit, probably should exit, you must exit. And look at this, guys, the accuracy. I've taught this for decades. Okay? Like this, X. I said if it goes up there, you have to get out. Yeah, it spent a couple hours above and then collapsed. Why? I've taught 20,000 people how to trade like this. Okay? That might do it. I don't know. So anyway, so it's been rising. It's stopped falling. And all I know is I'm not a counter trend trader. So I have a plan A and a plan B. And of course, if they don't set up, I don't take them. And, you know, I can always catch something later. It's okay, man. It's okay. It's okay. Does that help, Favor? Okay, I'm not trying to say you're right or wrong. I'm just trying to share sort of the thought process of you don't understand why people are shorting. Those are three pretty big reasons why. Most of it is just people that didn't actually make a decision. Most of those people are probably not shorting. They're probably just being forced out because they froze. Their stops got hit. Okay? Okay, we can go back now. I'd never have believed anything like that, Daniel, ever. It's the most dangerous and ill-informed, in fact, dumbest things that amateur traders do. So you just have to just totally understand that's the dumbest comment that can be made by a market participant. Unless you're at zero. If the U.S. stock market, for example, if the S&P 500 drops to zero, that's pretty good. But I even used to think that about interest rates, but interest rates went negative. Like, I don't know, maybe there's a way to have negative stock market. I don't know. Right? But let's go back to Favor's question and see if we can get anything sort of like additionally fundamental. Okay. And once again, you could go to things like COT and look at the yen. Let's go here. Okay. Favor, by the way, Favor, are you still here? The Japanese yen, based on institutional investing, is 8% stronger week over week. Okay, Favor? Why are you guys selling yen pairs? Because institutional investors, okay, 26,000 short contracts, 27,000 short contracts were closed. That in and of itself will strengthen the yen. 27,000 less bears. So what did they do when they closed those 27,000 contracts? It's the same as going long the yen. Yen pairs fall. But also 17,000, 36% increase in yen bulls. Oh yeah, it's real, bro. I have to go. I have a meeting coming up. It's real, bro. Favor, I hope you stayed. I don't know why you don't respond anymore. You ask a big question and then you go quiet. But so that's 4 solid reasons why I'm buying the yen. And by the way, making many, many, many hundreds of pips doing so. Cool. So I hope you understand now. All right, babe, that was real. I got to jump. I will see you tonight if you're in my day trading group at 4 p.m. at the New York close. Don't forget to sign up for the FOMC interest rate decision on Wednesday. I don't think I have. I guess I'll just bring it up one more time. YouTube.com/at. Oh, no, not Traders Way, TRADARS. TRADARS. Would you please subscribe and then turn notification on? And you can attend this event. Okay? Cool. And if you want, watch the short. AI generated based on AI generated. It's cool. It's neat. AI worked with AI, and I critiqued it. I don't have birthdays. What birthdays? I don't have a birthday. Does it say birthday somewhere? Whatever. I don't have a birthday. Yeah. All right, cool. No, I'm not Mormon. I'm Stoic. Okay? Memento mori, right? You see, I don't have a birthday. Every day I don't die. But it's going to happen. Right? You see that? I can't see the camera. You see that? Memento mori. I don't know if that's even zooming in properly. It's funny, though. Yeah, how about this? There we go. Oh, it's too bright. I can turn the light off. Can you see it? It's cool. Memento mori. Yeah. Too funny, huh? Yeah. Which means I don't have a birthday, but my death day's coming. And that's the one that's important. So you better do something useful and make the world a better place today. And I hope our relationship is doing just that. I hope you and me together, we make the world a better place. And I cannot overhype how excited I am about 2025 and all the things we're doing with TRADARS and all the aces up my sleeve and all the upgrades and all these things that are coming together. Oh my God, we're going to have the next 5 years between today and 2030. I'm telling you, we're going to do some extraordinary things that, if I said it to you, would sound hyperbole. But let me tell you, amazing things. We are going to do some amazing things in the next 5 years. Yeah. So when we get there. And by the way, I ran into somebody. No, a podcast. Who was it? Oh, I think it was somebody that worked for Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. And he calculates everything by 10,000 days, I think it is. 10,000 days. And you have 3 times in your life when you surpass 10,000 days. When you turn 27, when you turn 55, and then when you die. And it's interesting because around 27, by then you've learned a whole bunch of things. You've gone to school for many years. You've also met someone who's beautiful and laughs at your jokes, and suddenly you got a house, a baby, and a golden ring. Then what? Then you go through sort of a career phase where you're building stability, but you give up a lot. You're building stability, you're growing your net worth, you're raising your children, you spend less and less time with your friends, so less and less time with relationships because you're focused on growing your career, increasing your net worth, and then suddenly, raising kids. And then all of a sudden you get around 55 and you're like, oh, the kids are leaving. And then suddenly you're like, hey, man, interesting. You want to rebuild your relationships. You maybe make new friends, reestablish relationships with your brothers and sisters, and all that kind of stuff, especially if you're losing mom and dad. And and all of a sudden you're rebuilding all of that in your last 10,000 days. Well, you choose. Some people, they think their whole life they can't wait to get to 65 and stop working. I don't think that way, but I'm an entrepreneur, and so I want to know what more can be done. Now, I'm a long ways from my next 10,000 days, right? But we better hurry up, and that's the whole idea of stoicism. Okay? Don't waste a single day. Don't waste a single day. Do I have my skulls? No, I wore them the other day. Yeah. I also have a skull bracelet with giant skulls. But anyways, every day is important. Every soul is precious. Every trade is beautiful if you make it so. Now, once again, the next few months, there's going to be lots of changes. And you can't imagine how great things are going to be by the time you and I hit 2030. You're like, that's so long. Dude, that will pass. Okay? So we better take advantage of it. So, anyways, thank you for being in my life. I appreciate you. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. Day traders, I will see you tonight. And everybody else, please sign up and subscribe to TRADARS. Sign up for the event and watch the short. It's 53 seconds, but it's cool. Cheers.